What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 29. Can you guys believe it? We're one episode away from episode 30. It seems like we're only in episode 10. It doesn't feel like 30 videos in this series. Hopefully, maybe by episode 50, we'll have a World Series ring to our name, a World Series title, a banner at Comerica Park. But we got a little bit ways to go for that. But as far as the standings go, we might be there. We might be there at the end of the year. 2 games back currently to the Indians. We're 33-20. They got 2 more wins. We got 2 more losses. It's pretty simple as that. The series right now is tied. Let's take a look at the results. So Michael Fulmer ended up getting this win 5-3 against Carlos Carrasco. So that was a good game. Joe Ross pitched 9 innings. He pitched 9 innings into this game, and the offense just could not score. Obviously, the big blow coming in the 4th inning with the 2 runs scored, mostly due to Jason Kipnis there, who had an RBI and 2 hits. But Francisco Lindor, 2 errors. Pulled the guy off the bag, bobbled the ball. Just really uncharacteristically bad fielding for Lindor, which pretty much led to the first run of the game. But no home runs, nothing going on there for us. Puig made an error throwing, but I mean, check this out: 5 strikeouts, 9 innings, 3 earned for Joe Ross. So he pitched his heart out, just could not get anything going on the offensive side of the Diamonds. So we will look forward to Norris taking on Josh Tomlin. Should be a pretty good matchup here. ERA is a little high on Norris' side, but hey, what are you going to do? We got to get it done today against Josh Tomlin, and I think we can do that. Couple things before we get into the gameplay. This is May 30th here on the schedule. I think the first-year player draft is going to fall somewhere on this week against Texas. So we'll have that going on in the next episode. But one thing I wanted to get to was a subscriber, Joe Mercurio. I might have butchered that. Hang with me. Suggested that we look into a possible trade for Chris Carter. Now, what would that do for us? Well, it would give us a right-handed power bat. Obviously, Valbuena's a lefty. He's a switch hitter. No, he's not a switch hitter. Oops, whoopsie daisy. Know your players, Gold. So he's a lefty, but they put a shift on him all the time if there's nobody on base, right? So he's got that extreme pull going on, so he only plays against righties. Our rookie here, Robbie Esposito, is supposed to be the right-handed batter when we play against left-handed pitching, but check his numbers out. He's hitting .030. He has 1 hit and 33 at-bats. Not good. Not good. So he's obviously not ready, even though the stats point in his favor that he's actually going to be a pretty solid hitter for us. Even the speed, first baseman who can steal, he's supposed to be a third baseman. That's where we drafted him at, but with the fielding, he kind of fit more as a first base option, especially to back up Valbuena, since, well, we're kind of slim here in the minor leagues. But trading for Chris Carter would give us that right-handed big bat against left-handed pitching when Valbuena is riding the pine. And we can obviously send Esposito down and he can get some more work, So that is an option. But let's go to the trade screen and see exactly. I want to know what you guys think, because a lot of these moves that we've made have been together. So I do want to let you guys see what it's going to take to get Chris Carter. But look at those numbers. Power 94 against lefties. When he hits it, it's going to go a long way. So let's see what the suggested trades are. Vernon Geary. Obviously not going to happen. I love Vernon Geary. You guys do too. 22 years old, 75 overall. He's only got more room to grow and we love our young pitching, especially when you're in a relief role, as Vernon Geary is. He's super valuable to us, and I don't think having Chris Carter batting against lefties is as valuable as having Vernon Geary off of the bullpen. Rufus Seymour, I like my young pitching. We traded Michael McHenry for Seymour, so I'm not too interested in that one. Rob Refsnyder could work. More explanation coming into that one. Bruce Rondon, that's definitely out of the picture. Not trading away our closer. Rico Rodriguez could be an option. We'll explore that in a second. And then this one, Matt Bush, Alfonso Gonzalez, and Hanser Alberto. 260 rated players and an 81 Matt Bush for Chris Carter. I'm going to say no to that, even though it kind of gives us a little bump here in cash flow. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to do that. So let's go check out this one and this one. All right, so let's look and see our depth here at second base. So we've got some options here at second base. Felipe Gutierrez, obviously our top 50 prospect. I mean, the contact numbers speak for themselves. The fielding is what he's working on in the minor leagues. So definitely got to get that going. But gonna be a stud for us in the near future. Refsnyder, kind of like the guy that would get the call up in case Rutledge goes down with an injury. But Profar can play second too, so we do have some options at second base. Yeah, maybe even Alex Linder. Look at that circle. It's like a perfect circle. He's well-rounded in everything, right? So he might be a good option to turn to. The Refsnyder trade might make sense, but this one makes more sense to me, the Rico Rodriguez trade. And I say that because, yeah, he's young. He's 22. Refsnyder's 27. So how much can we really get out of him? But look at the young outfielders that we have: Chris Diaz, Kyle Saul. I mean, that's just in right field. Margot, Armas, Guzman, Gonzalez, Lorenz. I mean, it's all over, guys. I mean, the young outfield is pretty good, right? But look at those numbers for Rodriguez, 67 and 75 contact. Speed's pretty good. Reaction's pretty good. So he's a pretty solid outfielder. It's tough. And I'm not going to make the move right now. I do want to know what you guys think first. It seems like Rob Refsnyder would be the smart trade. But as far as depth-wise goes, Rico Rodriguez would be the guy to trade away, simply because we're just overloaded in outfield. Second base will be a little bit more slim if we made that trade, but obviously Profar could play second if Rutledge went down, and we've obviously got Linder to back up that. So, by the way, guys, this is all these players are made up here, okay, right? So don't go thinking that this guy's an actual player in the Tigers farm system or Robbie Stroud or stuff like that. This was before I even got the Operation Sports updated rosters. So in the next franchise that we do for a rebuild, I will have the correct rosters where they're going to have the actual guys, real players that are actually going to be in the system. So let me know what you guys think. Rob Refsnyder for Chris Carter or Rico Rodriguez for Chris Carter. Make sure you guys post that. Make sure you guys let me know what you think, because interactive series. Want to know what you guys think. That's about it. I think we'll go into the scouting later when the time is right. But yeah, so that's a little update for you guys. So now let's get right into this gameplay. Daniel Norris against Josh Tomlin. Here we go.
First opened in the millennium year of 2000. There's a look at Comerica Park here in Detroit. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
All right, guys, big game here for us, especially for Daniel Norris. Take a look at his numbers here. 4.84. He actually went 5 innings and won his last start. but that ERA is not so good. The whip is really elite. Anytime you're in the 1-1s, you're doing a really good job. That's going to be a tough task against this Cleveland Indians lineup, fighting for first place. Francisco Lindor is going to ground out to lead off the game. Josh Rutledge makes a nice play there. Kind of a little bit of a double, like triple hop there, but he's going to make the play in time to get the speedy Lindor. So check out the Indians lineup here. You got Tyler Naquin batting number 2, Encarnacion at 3, Kipnis, Simeon. Simeon was a nice little ad for them, but you know, Marcus Simeon doesn't do a whole lot for you for batting average, but they like his power, so we're going to take advantage of that batting average and go right after him. Speaking of going right after him, look at Tyler Naquin just staring this lollipop curveball like it just looked like it was going to hit him, but breaking right over the middle of the plate, going to end up striking out. Encarnacion ended up getting a double next up, and then Kipnis is going to strike out here on a ball in the dirt. So Dana Norris, no earned runs there, just 1 hit. So looking good, looking pretty solid to start this game off. So we're excited about that. Counterpart, Josh Tomlin, 3-3 with 2.6 and a 105. Look at the K to walks, 41-7. 41 strikeouts to 7 walks. So he's definitely going to nibble. He's going to be around the strike zone the whole entire game. So that's the game plan. Going to have to be first pitch swinging if you like it, and really just swinging anything close. Not a whole lot of balls going to be given. Nunez is going to do just that, lacing a little ground ball right down the first base line, just past Encarnacion's glove. So Nunez is on. Puig now up. We're going to be aggressive on the base pass, and Nunez is going to slide into second base pretty easily. After all, we're one of the league's leaders in stolen bases with 45. So the next highest, the Cleveland Indians. Check out who's third, the Chicago White Sox. So this AL Central is speed driven. So Eduardo Nunez has definitely been helping us out to stretch our lineup out as far as what we can do on offense. So good call, guys. Nunez has been a great addition to the roster. So is J.D. Martinez in that number 3 slot, really helping Puig out to be that number 2, put some pressure off. Grichuk's got some protection, batting .309 right now, leading the team in home runs with 14. Bregman and Taylor, you guys kind of saw their numbers there. They're not doing too much. We might have to move them down in the order. But J.D. Martinez, 1 out, man on second. Good opportunity for him, and he's going to come through on a ground ball just past Jose Ramirez. And Eduardo Nunez is going to round third and head for home and score. So nice job by JD. Pat yourself on the head. Give yourself a clap. That a boy, JD. I see you, JD. The little Rod Allen impersonation. Doesn't really work. But second deck. No. Great job by JD, because now we got Mr. Big Bopper Randall Grichuk. Randall with 1 L coming up, looking to do some damage, but not in this at-bat. He's going to roll over, ground to Jose Ramirez. Kipnis makes the throw back over to Encarnacion, and the inning is over. So we'll take the 1 run. We'll skip to the top of the 3rd inning here, and Jose Ramirez, we've been calling his name a lot so far in this episode. He's going to take a hanging curveball for a solo shot. Norris threw a curveball to get ahead of him, strike 1. He was just looking at it. So we figured, why not throw him another curveball here, and what's the worst that could happen? Well, he hung it. He definitely hung it, and he just put it in to 373. So not too good there, but Nunez is going to pick his pitcher up here with a nice Derek Jeter type of throw. Great defensive play. He's been really nice over there at short. Like just as far as his defense goes, has been really great. Speaking of whose defense has not been really great, Jose Ramirez, yeah, he made that double play ball look pretty easy in the last inning, but not there. Makes a nice little error for us. Another error here. on the base paths, nonetheless. Thought that ball was going to be caught by Brandon Guyer, but he lets it drop instead, and McCann gets caught in the in-between. Nunez ends up stealing the base here because we got pretty frustrated that McCann was not able to advance. So Nunez gets a second stolen base. Puig comes through with a base hit right up the middle. Check this swing out. Doink. We like that. Nice, short, compact, straight through the ball. A little glitchy little screen there. Thought his bat was all flying all over the place. JD, stay fair. Stay fair. But it's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be a foul ball for JD. So what's going to happen next? Well, ground ball to Lindor, and he's going to toss it right over to Kipnis, and the inning is over. So you know what? We'll take the run. Should have probably had 2 runs, especially with McCann. He would have been able to score, and then we think Nunez could have scored from first to third on that play. But nonetheless, little base running error there. Kind of got caught in the in-between. What can you do? Rutledge makes a nice play, ranging to his left. Check this out. Josh Tomlin making a nice little play there. The ball was hit pretty hard, right off his foot, but makes a play. Ball's going to be hit hard by Michael Taylor, and he's going to hit the foul pole hard and makes a big, loud dong. And that's going to be a solo shot for Mr. Michael Taylor. It's about time he's starting to pick it up a little bit. We need him at that bottom of the order to be like the guy that we can turn to in that lower 7, 8, 9 type of role that can provide some power numbers, get some RBI opportunities. Because let's face it, James McCann's not hitting a whole lot of home runs, and Alex Bregman's not doing too much, doesn't have a lot of home run potential. But Michael Taylor does, and we need him to pick it up. Tigers take a 3-1 lead on that home run. Ball hit to Bregman. Nice little play there. So continuation of good defense by Bregman. 45 pitches into the 5th by Daniel Norris. Ground ball here to Rutledge. Going to make the play. A lot of ground balls in this game by Daniel Norris. Nice little slider, curveball, 2-seam fastball mix that he was mixing in. So really all in all, great pitching performance so far. We're already in the top of the 6th inning. Nice little curveball there on Brandon Guyer. He cannot handle it. He wasn't looking for it. Check this pitch sequence out. Goes away and low with a fastball. Goes away and low again with the fastball. And then a slider. My mistake. It was not a curveball. It was a slider. So change the eye level a little bit. Go from low to high. So nice job by Norris to get the strikeout. Lonnie Chisenhall comes on up and hits a long fly ball to Yasiel Puig. One of the very first fly balls that we've seen, right? Or the very few fly balls that we've seen. A lot of balls on the ground by Danny Norris. Puig's going to strike out against Tomlin. It's one of the very few strikeouts that Tomlin had on the game. So, like we said, our approach was that we were going to be swinging and swinging often against Tomlin, and it's kind of been helping out. Not a whole lot of Ks on this Tigers roster. JD Martinez is going to line a ball right past Encarnacion for a single. So that makes JD continuing to be our leader in team hits. No doubles, team hits. Grichuk going to stare at a strike. Not sure what he was thinking there, but should have at least gotten the bat off the shoulder. Valbuena does get the bat off the shoulder, but he shouldn't have swung at it. So nice little bipolar attitude there by Valbuena and Grichuk. Salvador Perez is not going to be able to handle it, and so manager comes out. This is not Terry Francona. I can't tell who that is. Gibbons? Oh, it's John Gibbons for the Blue Jays currently. Tomlin's day is done, 5 2/3. Brian Shaw going to come on in. 27 games he's been in, which is kind of a lot. And especially 7-1 at this point. That means these Indians are trying to hold on to either ties or they're down a lot when he comes in. So we're looking to attack him early. You guys just saw it there. Michael Taylor comes through yet again. Nice little RBI single. That's all we could scrape across, but extending the lead to 4-1. Danny Norris going to K Jason Kipnis. Marcus Semien up. Not known for hitting at all, but he's going to get a double here late in the game. I think Norris was kind of getting a little tired, a little exhausted out there. Despite him only throwing 65 pitches to the 7th inning, it's just a lot of pressure, right? A lot of pressure innings. Strike Salvi out there. He didn't like the call. That slider low and right down the middle. Middle low, I should say. But got to swing. Anything close, you got to swing. Zach McAllister is going to come on now in relief for Brian Shaw. And we're going to go on early attack mode. James McCann comes up, gets a nice little single to right field. Eduardo Nunez going to get a little change up. Take it right at the 5.5 hole for a nice single there. So now we got something working here. We can extend our lead a little bit longer. Look at that. Great little angle there. Yasiel Puig is up now with 1 down. Runners on first and second in the bottom of the 7th. And he's going to strike out. But it was a hit and run trying to get something going. And James McCann, with not known for his speed, gets thrown out at third. So now it's up to Puig now. It's up to Puig now to get a base hit to extend this lead out to 5-1. He's going to do that. Ball's going to just stay fair, and Nunez is going to come on in and score. So nice job by Puig just to hang back and take that ball the other way. We like to see that from our number 2 guy to be able to handle the bat. He's going to take off to steal, and he's safe. He's safe. Check this out on replay. I was amazed that he was safe, but got a terrible, terrible jump, number 1. JD does not make contact, and the ball beats him by like 3 steps, and he's safe. He just kind of worked his hands around in there to avoid the tag by Kipnis, and it worked. It worked. He got in there. But to no avail. JD's going to ground out to Lindor, and Lindor makes the play. So we go to the top of the 8th. After another double, Nunez is going to make the play. Nice play there, a little backhand. So we'd like to see that. Brandon Geyer's up now. He's going to hit a double into the left field corner. Grichuk fields it nicely. Doesn't run into the wall this time. What do you know? But Brandon Geyer's in for a double, and now it's a 5-2 ball game. So we're starting to get a little bit worried here. But 74 pitches, not too shabby. We do have some relievers going in the bullpen, but Bregman's going to make a nice play here. So we're almost out of it. We're almost out of this. We do not want this game to be any closer than it should be. And Tyler Naquin's just going to stare at another lollipop curve. Tigers offense doesn't do too much in the bottom of the 8th, so now we're going to go to the top of the 9th, and Daniel Norris is still in the game. K's another Cleveland Indian hitter. Jason Kipnis now 0-2 with 1 down. Grounds out to Luis Valbuena. So Danny Norris 1 out away from a complete game W. It's going to happen. Fastball high and into Marcus Semien. Good win for the Tigers. They win the series 2-1. Take the series at home. We're now a game back of the Cleveland Indians. So, guys, very momentous win. We go on to play, I think, the White Sox, and then we get the Rangers. So, really good W here. We're looking forward to June, end of May. Good way to close out a month. Guys, leave a like if you like Danny Norris's pitching effort in the Tigers W. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.